This impossible decision wasn't just about me. It affected my entire crew. And in the midst of all the uncertainty, my daughter and I found ourselves sharing a conversation that I don't think I'll ever forget. She admitted she was scared. Scared of what might happen, scared of what wouldn't happen, and scared of simply not knowing what this decision would mean. Her honesty stopped me in my tracks because earlier that day, I had finally realized the exact same thing. I was scared too. I told her that. I told her that I had just pinpointed the knot in my chest and the ache in my soul. It was fear. And somehow in that moment, it felt important to name it, to say it out loud. Because while she could so easily articulate her fear, I had spent months pushing it down, hiding it under logic and planning and every other way adults are taught to conceal, don't feel. Yes, like Elsa in Frozen, and no, I don't care how cliche that sounds. But here we were, at the same point, on the same day, admitting the same thing. We were scared. Fear is such a heavy thing to hold. It clouds your decisions, fills you with doubt, and whispers every possible worst-case scenario into your ear. But here's what I've learned about fear. It has to be met head-on, and it can only fully be defeated when we hand it over to God. For what feels like years, I've been praying about decisions that I have in my life, and I usually pray casual conversationally. Hey God, what's going on? Here's what's happening. That kind of style. But as this fear grew heavier, so did my prayer style. And eventually I found myself in a posture I had never really understood until now. Brandon and I both were on our knees, faces to the floor, hands open in total surrender. It wasn't dramatic or performative, and it wasn't what I had seen others do and never quite understood. It was just that all the energy that we had left. The last bit of strength that we could muster, we spent on our knees, kneeling at God's feet, asking for His guidance. Not standing because we just couldn't, but not lying down because we may never get back up. Kneeling was all we had. And in that place of complete submission, something shifted. Now, the fear didn't vanish completely, but I could feel that it didn't own me anymore. I could feel the weight of it being shared by someone far stronger than I could ever be. If you're feeling scared, if fear has you paralyzed or exhausted or questioning every move you're making, please don't do it alone. Don't carry it alone. There's power in naming it, and there is a peace in laying it at God's feet in whatever way that you're able to muster, even if it means bringing Him the weakest, most broken versions of yourself. And honestly, especially then.